permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Rebels will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Miami's offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
And the Canes in the hurry-up.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Offense gets set for second down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Makes the grab. It's Jennings. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. So Ole Miss offense will take the field for the first time. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all of the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously. So it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Finds us back in the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the first down marker. Quick tempo here for the offense. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over. He'll start this drive firing. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that's What's the challenge today? A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
Stumbled to the ground. The Canes are in the hurry-up. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Hurricanes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field.
Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Found a seam. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. From the red zone, looking for a man. Catch in the middle, it's Isaac. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Wants to throw it. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Rebels. Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Brings into the open. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Canes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Ole Miss. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You know, they say sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time, and that linebacker was. When that ball came free, he saw it immediately, was able to scoop it, show you the speed, and he takes it back for a long touchdown.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Running it to the right. Got enough for the 1st down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability, too.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a fourth down.
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fuller. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Hurricanes in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run, because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing, I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. To the ground. He's got it again. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Back to pass on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They've methodically worked it down the field. This is the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Smashes it between the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid comments.
Makes the grab on the left side. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Rebels! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continue to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got to find some answers on this drive, already down by 18 in the second quarter. Got it in the middle, it's Gage. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They'll try to run for it. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Now facing a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires toward the target. And this is going to be incomplete on third. And the Canes line up to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. Out across the 40 and first out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. It's first and 10 for this offense from the 42. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. To the air on first down. Fires on the move. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Just keeps slinging it. Buys a little time with his feet. Looking left. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quickly complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Safe completion on the screen. Turning it on! And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Rebels want to move quickly. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Rebels have it with a first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Rebels line it up with a first and goal.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
He'll bring it back looking for help. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. the pull and throw off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Looking downfield on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
That was a big touchdown for them, too, because they're still trailing. They've got a lot of work ahead of them here in the second half, and I think that's going to give them a lot of confidence now going into halftime. I can't wait to see what they do here in the second half.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today at Oxford. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught Hemingway.
And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverage.
Going to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. The play action fake. Might be looking to run. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Great place to start for this offense. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. They've got the screen set up. He will not get there. A stop on third down leaves him with a fourth down from the 18-yard line. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He splits the uprights. That pulls them to within 15, 28-13 the score. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Texas looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over that field like Bevo in the pregame. They're up by 18 over Georgia. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
The screen, he can go. At the 40, there he goes. Wide open space. Touchdown, Rebels. And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Out of the backfield, he's open. Still running at the 40. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Canes are flying down the field. Give to the back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And a chance to get the deficit under 20. Could not do it. It is still a 22-point margin. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Looking to throw on first down. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. The give on the option. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry up.
Offense changing the play. To the air on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Here's a heat. He'll try to do... There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the Rebels aren't threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss! They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Rides the back and leaves it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Under fire.
Hold it.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defensive line stands on the result of the play. And this defense is going to have its ears pinned back on third and long from the wall. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wants to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And the Hurricanes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Fuller. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Caught close to the marker, it's Etienne. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Lets it fly. Makes a catch at the 15. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, the inside give. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't work the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Fires into the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake. Oh, he wants it all. Makes the grab on the right. Open spaces. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting it.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This thing got it. Oh, he's got some space. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Canes will call on their punt team.
Number 14, on to take it away.
Let's see what he can do with it. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it.
Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He turns that loose down the right side. He's got it along the sideline. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Throwing right. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to get it in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense. And they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking for room. It's Etienne. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Rebels! The defense takes matters into its own hands. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pocket breaking down. Caught in the backfield, it's Etienne. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the